Hi and welcome. I'm Elizabeth Mayer, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Southwest Victoria. I'm going to do a live tonight because this beautiful catalogue has gone live. Yes. Now, I'll just check to make sure I am in the right spot and everything is going good. And you can all hear me. Just turn this up just to ensure you can hear me. And yes, you can. So now I can turn the volume off. So today our catalogue went live. Wow. Now we can open it up and you can have a look through. And as you can see, my middle pages are a little worn there, but hey. Now, if you come on, please say hi and tell me where you're watching from. And I hope to see your messages, but sometimes I just flip through a bit too quick and I don't get to see them. But at the end, I will put a little go through and if anyone has any questions, I will go through and answer any questions you have or any queries you have. Now I have forgotten, yes, I've forgotten to put a little post up the top with links and everything into my to my shop and email and things like that. But look, I'll fix that all up when the video's finished. Okay, so who has got their new catalogue and who is loving all the products in it? I have to say, I certainly am. I do admit though, I haven't bought a lot yet. That's tomorrow. Yep, I've been just that little bit busy today to go and purchase some of the products. Now, just a bit of info on the Walk in the Forest Designer Series paper. There's some of it there. Now, every purchase of this paper that is made, $4.25 Australian dollars, is going to a charity. Now, I did read where it was going, but do you think I can remember? No, not at all. But don't worry, I can put that in I'll put that in the description as well. So tonight I'm going to make a card, perhaps 2, perhaps 3, depending on how time's going, from one of the products here in the catalogue. And what I'm going to make it with is, take my little sticker off there, the beautiful Modern Garden stamp set. Now you can buy it as a suite, the Garden Walk suite. You can buy that as a suite. Or you can just buy the stamp set and everything separate. As you can see, I've purchased a lot. The paper is to die for. Do you want to know how much paper I have left? Not a lot, not a lot. So we have the stamp set, Modern Garden, and we also have the punch, which is the Modern Oval punch. I put my names on them so I know where they are. So it's not a bad little stamp set. A caters a birthday. Look, enjoy your special day. Could be used for a wedding. Oh, excuse me. Christmas. So, yeah. Now, if you do not have the the new mini catalogue, please let me know and I can get one out to you as soon as possible. And also, if you don't have a demonstrator and you don't have the annual catalogue, I can pop one of them out to you too as well. Okay, just before we get on, I'm just going to have a little chat about a few things. With the new catalogue, the mini catalogue being released, we also have 5 new designer series paper. Wow. How good is that? And yes, I forgot to tell you the names of them. I know there's a glimmer paper, and the glimmer paper is adhesive back. So that's a bonus. Also, I have my September in-person class. Excuse me. Now that is held this month on Saturday the 23rd of September. Now I'll put the details of all this also in the description when I get off. We're going to make some Christmas cards this month. Start off with Christmas cards, and the ladies have a good time. We sit down afterwards and have a cup of tea or coffee and have a piece of cake if I've got any in the house. Yeah, so that's on the 23rd of September. I also have, my September monthly stamps club, and this month I'm doing the Darling Details. Now, where's that stamp set? Let me show you that stamp set. So this is the stamp set I'll be focusing on, or where I'll be creating 3 cards. Now, of those 3 cards, you get 3 cards, but you'll create 6. So there's 2 of each design, and you will also get a video tutorial for that one as well. So I'm loving this stamp set too. I did have some cards close by, but I must have moved them in my clean up today to sit down here. Now also, on the 7th of October is World Card Making Day. Now, Stampin' Up are holding a little get together, and I'm inviting people to come and get together with me. If you'd like, you can come and, we can all come and have an afternoon of it. So if you'd like, just send me a message and we'll organise something then. Probably have it at my house, but if too many come, we'll probably go to the place that I hire out for stamps, in-person stamps. All right, enough chitter-chatter. You're not here to listen to me natter all night, though I probably could, perhaps not. We're here to make some cards. So the first card we're going to do is something similar to this one. What I'm going to do tonight, I've changed the sentiment on this for this one, and I think I've also changed the embellishments. This uses the paper, Garden Walk paper, and as I said, not much left, look at it. But there are some beautiful, let me get rid of these small bits. There are some beautiful designs. Look at that, gorgeous. Now there's 48 sheets in the pack and you get 6 of each design. Look at that, isn't that gorgeous? So as you can see, there's not much left, hardly any. So we will put that away because I have everything. I've prepared as much as I can, excuse me, just to try and save a bit more time. Now, I also forgot to pop this up here, which is my online store, my email, and the September host code. So I'll try and leave that. I've made it too big, but I can't leave it in. Anyway, I'll bring it back at the end of the post. End of stamping. Okay, let's get going with card number 1. Alrighty. Now for card number 1, I'm just using basic white. Now this is just your normal basic white. I usually use thick basic white, but of course I am out of it, aren't I? Waiting on it to arrive. So how's everyone's day been? I hope it's been really good. Beautiful sunny day here. At least I got the washing nearly dry because I was a bit late putting it out. Silly me. Okay, so then we have a piece of Pretty Peacock and a piece of basic white. Now, what we're going to do first, before we join all these together, is we're going to punch out our ovals from the various designer paper. So it's just a matter of popping it in and seeing it fits and just punching them out. You have a lot of scraps with this paper, and I don't think I'll use that one. I've already used it. Okay, this is a good way too to use up your scraps of paper. Where am I putting them? There. Do I want that one? Yeah, we'll use that one. So, and we'll use one of those. What's that one? No, I'm going to use that one. No, I don't think it will. It's a bit dark, that one. I've already used that one. Haven't used this one. I've used... I haven't used that one, have I? No. Whoops. Nearly lost it there. Need one of these. I'm missing a piece of paper. Going by my card. That's that one. Oh, here it is. Ugh. Isn't that gorgeous? I really love that. Really love that design. So pretty. That one. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got them. Got them all. Okay. So we'll bring our designer paper in. Our basic white in. Now, when I use basic, let me start that one again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my light over a little bit more to try and get a better light on the situation. Oops. And hopefully not get a shadow in as well. There we go. Hopefully that's a bit better. Oh, it's in my eye now. Try and push it down more. Now, the adhesive I use all the time is the multi-purpose. Never go without it. Love it. Okay, so let us get going. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the centre one in first. With the top, just mainly with the top one. Yep, that's the side I want. Make sure I glue the right side. Okay, so that one goes there. Now we're going to have some hanging over, which is perfectly fine. So then we'll put this little one here. And I don't really need that much glue on it. And I bet you Tim Bob I've stuck it to my table. Oh, Nelly. Let me get my silicone mat. The silicone mat's good. No glue will stick to it. It's perfect. Then I want this little bit, a little bit of this. Just there. And pop that there. And I have to hope that it's all level, all in line. Because if you're anything like me, it's here, there and everywhere. Now this one we're going to have just about, I hope I'm putting that up the right way, all in line, all on in view. So I'll pop that one there. And the same with this one. And this is another good, I don't know, it's just a quick, easy little card just to create something for someone, you know. Who wouldn't love a birthday card? No, I should have used that side, shouldn't have I? But doesn't matter. I'd love a birthday card even just like this, created by this. Okay, so we'll pop that one about there. And we'll pop, yep, this little one here. So it's just a quick, simple little card. Not much to it. And this little bit here, probably could have cut that bit off over there and used it here too, couldn't I? And there you have your card front. So now, I can hear some of you saying, how are you going to cut that off? Turn it over. And then we just run our scissors along the side of the card and just trim it off. Then I twirl this side and do it all again. Whoops, got a bit of glue there, I can feel it. And there you have it. Your quick, simple little card front. Okay, I'll just put the cap on that so that it doesn't dry out on me. I'll move that got stuck there. We might turn that over because I do not want my card stuck to the paper. There we go. Now I am going to attach our front to our Pretty Peacock. I love Pretty Peacock. Pretty Peacock is one of our returning colours. And I do have to admit, when I first started using Pretty Peacock, when it wasn't in colour, now I'm not sure what year it was, but I'll admit, I didn't like it. I was not a fan of it, but now I love it. Love it. Now, another thing too is, if you would like dimensions and a PDF of how to create the cards I'm going to create tonight, send me an email. I will put the email up when we're finished. And I will send that out to you. Now, for the sentiment, when I can find my piece of scrap white that I had, which has disappeared on me. No, here it is. For the sentiment, I'm using a sentiment not from the stamp set. I had planned to, but then I wasn't happy with a big wide sentiment. I only wanted a narrow one. I'm using my all-time favourite stamps for sentiments, the Go-To Greetings. Absolutely love this stamp set. And I've already got the sentiment out. I am using Thank You. Now we're going to be stamping that in what other? Pretty Peacock. So we'll stamp this up. Hi Alison, how you going? I see you popped on, and Lorraine. How you going? There we go. Thank you. And thank you too for popping on. Now, when I clean my stamps, there is the Stampin' Chamois. I do have one, but I don't usually use it. I use the good old Stampin' Scrub. This was the first thing I have used this all my time I've been with Stampin' Up. Now it has a rainy side and a sunny side. The rainy side I have already sprayed, put the solution on here, is where you clean the stamp off. Sorry if the camera's rocking. And dry it on the sunny side. Okay, it's not hard to dry. Now, I'm going to die cut the thank you out, and I'm using the Countryside Corners dies. So I'm using this little one here. This is another die set that I love. The reason being is you can use it on any card you like. So that's going to go there, and I'm going to bring in, now I'm only bringing in my little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Just bringing in the little one tonight. How cute is this little thing? Love it. So just bear with me while we pop this through. I think I better go this way, I think. So I'm just popping that on there. Now my plates, I need new plates both on the little and the large one. And so I put a little bit of tape on these just to hold them in place because my plates are bowed. And I really do need to purchase some new plates. So we just pop that on. So I'm using plate 2 and both plates. Oh, I'm using plate 1 and plates 2. So we'll just pop that through. Now I do have, oh, I shouldn't say do, I have got into a habit, and I know I shouldn't be, of winding it back. You do not need to wind it back. You only need to go through once. But no, I've got into the habit of doing it forward and then back. Now the good thing about this too is, I'll show you while I'm here, because mine just stays open all the time because it's on a table. But if you're, don't have much room, look at that, folds up. And I do have to admit, this one is a lot lighter than the big one, than the big boy. He is heavy. Okay, we'll get him out of the way. We don't need him again. So we'll pop him down on the floor. So we'll bring our card back in. Now I'm also using the Calypso Coral braided linen trim. And don't need a lot, just a little. And my, where is it? Terran tape, just to hold it onto the back. So what I'm doing is, oops, just going to roll a bit off. Oh, more fumbles tonight. So put a bit there, and another bit there, and we'll just wind it back up again. And that's all we need, just like that. So what I'm going to do is, so that I can get some tape onto this, the old trick, put a block on it. That's how I hold my ribbon on so I can get the tape on. And I've probably got too much tape here. Whoops, now I'm stuck. Got it sticking to me instead of the ribbon. And there we have it. So we will cut that off. Heck, how simple is that? Now make sure you put it up the right way. Plenty of times I've done mine like that. The sentiment is upside down. So we'll bring in, where's my dimensionals? I just had them here. Goodness me, where'd they go? They usually sit in this little container that I have. Oh, for heaven's sake. I don't want to have to open up. Oh, here they are. I didn't want to have to open up a new packet. Though I do have a new packet on hand. Okay, let's get this sentiment on. Of course, I'm just throwing all the rubbish on the floor tonight. I'll clean it up tomorrow. That's all right. Put our thank you on there. Now, the pearls or the embellishments I'm using is the Blooming Pearls. They go with this set. Now, the colours that are in here are Petal Pink. I wrote it on the back. Garden Green, Gold, and Pretty Peacock. I write what colours are on each embellishments, so that I know what they are. Okay, so we're going to take a pick tool, and I'm going to use the Pretty Peacock. Who wouldn't have guessed I wouldn't have used Pretty Peacock? You all did, didn't you? And there we have our first card done. How's that? Now it's a quick, simple little card. You know, fast, easy. Okay, so that's card number 1. Let us get on to card number 2. Let's just let me move a few things around here first. I've got little baskets here, there and everywhere with everything in them. Okay, so that's card number 1. We'll bring that one back at the end. Now, this next card, I have cased it from an American demonstrator. Oh, pardon me. Mary Fish. Now, I've used different colours to what Mary's used, but that's all right. You know, we all use whatever colours we like. But she did exactly this same card. And I just sort of cased it and tweaked it just a little bit. It's a beautiful little one. I love it. Of course, Pretty Peacock. Got that one again. Okay, so let's get on to card number 2. So here's my Pretty Peacock. Fold that in half. And burnish. Then I have a piece of basic white and a piece of the Garden Walk Designer Series paper. Beautiful. So we will glue these two together. Just like that. But white on white is not very good, is it? Let me bring this in. Bit hard to see. That's better. Now I have another piece of, I'll just pop that one over there, basic white and the Designer Series paper. Now, as you all may be aware, this is my first live. Yes, I've done a little one with me unboxing, but this is the first one where I am creating cards. So please bear with me if I make a mistake, or 2, or perhaps 3. I don't mean to. Okay. So that's those 2 done there. Rightio. Now we're going to get into some stamping. Now, I've got a piece here and I'm going to use the foam mat and a piece of scrap paper just in case. I always usually have a piece of just scrap photocopy paper. We've always got tons of that in this household, especially with my daughter who's at uni in her final, coming up to, well, she's halfway through her final year of uni and she can't wait. She is so excited to get through this year. She's had enough. Truly has had enough. So the colours I am using are Calypso Coral for the flower, Garden Green for the leaves, and Wild Wheat for the little indent or the little centre of the flower. Now, a lot of people don't like wild wheat. It's grown on me, I do have to say. I do not mind it. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm starting to really like it. So, let's do our flower first. Now, I just picked out any of the flower there in the stamp set. Just use whatever, whichever one you like. Now we're going to punch this out, so we will be losing a bit of the flower. Oops, that didn't work too good, but it should be right. Okay, so as I was saying, as you know, this is my first one tonight. And all being well, you might have me back next Wednesday night. Yep. And we will still be creating from the new catalogue. So I've got the Garden Green, and I'm just going to stamp that there. I should have come up a little bit more on that one. Oh, I've got one of the old style ink pads with the Garden Green, and the lid never wants to close up. Always likes to get stuck. Thank you. Now for our centre, I've got the Wild Wheat. Whoops, went a bit low on that one. And for our sentiment, I'm using It's Your Birthday. And we're using Pretty Peacock. Now I'm popping this over close to the flower so that it gets in the punch. Perfect. Or I should say beautiful. Okay. Now, get our punch in. Oh, I'm really annoyed with that. That's going to bug me, that. So we want our sentiment. We definitely need the sentiment in. So we're just going to punch that out. Yes, we lose a bit of the flower and the leaves, but that's okay. That's fine. There is nothing wrong with that. Now, I'm going to change mine up a little bit from the way I did this one. I'm not going to put the double bow on it. I'm no good at bows, so, you know, no. Just, I can't tie bows, so I have to tie them separately. Yes, I do. So what I'm going to do is put the card front out of the way. I am going to just put a bit of tape. Now, I don't have any Seal Plus, but do I have some seal? Oh gosh, we're coming down the end of this. Now, I'll just come about there, I think. Get going. Yep. I am hopeless with this seal. really hopeless. Right, now this is baker's twine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bit there and just wrap it around there and chop that off. Okay, now I'll bring this back up because I know it is sticky on the other side there, and I don't want it sticking to my table. Now this one I'm going to pop up on dimensionals. Now, as you can see, I've run out of the big ones. Don't waste these. These are good. These are the edges. I cut mine, when I've used up all the inside bits, I cut mine down. Oh, I'm going to have to cut this one because it's not going the way I want it to go. So we'll pop that one there. So I use the edges. Pop that there. Oh, that's black. I don't want black. And we'll cut this one in half. So they are still dimensionals. And then what I do is I always put it over and see, have I got enough? Right, needs a little bit in the middle. We don't want it sagging. Here we go. Chuck all them on the floor. As I said, I'll clean up tomorrow. That's not a problem. Another good one, take the pick tool to take the backings off. If you can get them off. If they want to come off. So what has everyone been doing on this beautiful sunny day? Me? I've been washing and watching. We have 2 new little lambs in my back paddock. Yes, twins. Lovely little things they are. Oh, made that for a bow. Gorgeous they are, gorgeous little possums. We have a little boy and a little girl. And these sheep are a surprise to us. We were not expecting them, not one bit. We did have another one who had a lamb, but her little lamb died. And I knew I should have been feeding her. These girls who had these lambs, I bottle fed them, raised them from littlies. So they're pretty special to me, these mothers, or ladies I should call them. Yes, and so I raised them, bottle fed them, raised them. And now they're starting to have their own babies, which is lovely. I'm going to put another one in the middle there, which I'm really happy about. And I just love how the little ones just prance around, you know, fly around. Yeah, so they're cute. I love my little lambs. Well, and I do have to admit, the sheep do not belong to us. No, not my sheep. No, they're my daughter's boyfriend's sheep. He bought them for us, or well, not bought them for us, but he bought them, and he just so they would eat the grass down for us in the paddock. So I'm happy about that one. you know. So here we go, tying a bow. Oh, Lord. It'll all be tangled by the end, I'm telling you now, because I can feel it. I can feel it getting tangled. I do have a little bow thing that my son made for me with a couple of piece of wood that he had in the garage there and a few nails. So he does have a 3D printer, so I'm going to ask him if he can make me one of those ones from the. Look at that. See, I told you to be all tangled up. Goodness me. Oh, well. It's the best I can do, I think. So I'm going to attach that with a glue dot. I'm sure I might put the glue dot, I might roll it up because it's only tiny. Just pop it there. I wish these silly little things would stay where you want them to stay. Sometimes I put extra glue dots on to try and help keep them there. So we'll put a bit there and that there. I have got rubbish everywhere on this table. Okay, so now we will attach the front. Attach this to the front of the card, I should say. It is a lot smaller than your normal size that you're matching that you put on, but it's good. I love it. Okay, so now I've got an inside piece here, and what I did was there was a strip of the designer paper left over. See, so I just cut a little bit of that off, and I'm just going to run. I've got a funny feeling this cardstock's a bit big, but check that first. No, perfect. I didn't want to have to glue and then cut off, so I'm just going to run just a little bit of glue just along there. Yeah, it's longer than the cardstock, but then I can pick which flowers I want in it. I'm not worrying about that. And I just line it up like that. And we will just snip it off. Get off. And we will pop this on the inside. And it might help if I put it up the right way. And I'll put it in crooked. See if we can shimmy it over a bit. And there we have, oh no, we don't have, I was going to say, and there we have card number 2 done, but oh no, we do not. Oh, I haven't put the embellishments on yet. Now, I'm going to put a little pink one in the middle there. It has to have a little pinky. Oh, come on. Wish I had that up further a bit more. And we will use the Pretty Peacock again. So the Pretty Peacock on Pretty Peacock looks quite nice actually, to tell you the truth. And I'll put another little one. I will put it in the centre of that flower there. now our second card is finished. How gorgeous is that? Love it. Alrighty, let's get on to card number 3. Now, this one is a little different because I am going to be heat embossing. Yes, heat embossing. Ugh. I hear you all say. I'll just get rid of these stamps out of the way because I haven't cleaned them and I don't want any ink or anything over them. Now this time we are, as I said, heat embossing, but it's going to be a Christmas card. And the only part we're heat embossing is the gold in the centre. So I'm going to do that part first. Okay, let's get that bit there done first. Oh, let me get it all out. Okay. So we're using, well, I'd call it the poinsettia. It looks a little bit of a poinsettia stamp. If I can find the lid for the glue, I'll put that on first before we do anything. Right, now, the way I did, it's funny, I thought that was a large and that was a small poinsettia. Well, that's how they look to me. But I saw somebody use them and I can't think who it was. That is the outer and that is the inner. Now, I suppose you can still use them as large and small individual ones. I can't think who it was. I saw it. It was only last night. I was watching a YouTube video and I saw it and I thought, oh, that's different. Okay. So the large one, I'm doing in sweet sorbet. Now we need 3 of them. I'm only going to do one because I've already, just to save a bit of time, I've already done the other 2. I don't know why I've got that silicone mat there. Goodness me, heaven's sake. Right, so the outer of this flower is done with sweet sorbet. And that's another ink colour I like, sweet sorbet. Love it. Now the inner part, and I'm missing am I missing? Oh no, there it is. I was going to say I'm missing a stamp. So the little one I'm doing in real red. Now, there's a way to get this to fit in properly. Now, I'm looking at this long bit that's sort of like this, but the smaller version of it. And then I sort of line up the centre and that and just give it a bit of a twirl and a twist and hope for the best. And there you have it. And as I say, perfect. Okay, so that's those inks done with. Now I am going to bring in the Versamark ink. Now I like to let this dry for a little bit. try and get it to dry for a bit. Now, what is it, that other little piece? What I'm going to do is, while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to stamp my sentiment, which is done in, of course, Pretty Peacock. Oh, I'll never leave Pretty Peacock down. No. Just so that that dries a bit before I start heat embossing on it. And we'll just put out wishing you the warm blessings of Christmas. I'll put them all over there because I know they've got to be cleaned then. And that can be punched out. And we'll put him aside so we do not lose him. Oh, I've got hair on that. Have a look at it. Something dragging on there. It's the hassles of probably one of the cat hairs. We have 2 cats here in this house. I'm going to put that up there so I don't forget it. And I snapped off a bit of that S. Okay, coming back to our little flower. Sorry about that. I'm going to bring in my embossing buddy. This is to stop any embossing powder flying where it shouldn't be, or sitting where it shouldn't be. Okay. Now I'm bringing in my Versamark, and I'll just get the stamp set and show you the inner part that I'm using. I'm using these little dot ones, these ones here. So we'll do them in the Versamark. Now, you'll see I've got them on my blocks. My stamps are all on different blocks. Boy, I don't have enough blocks. And boy, do I really need to get some? And I don't think that was in properly. We'll just do another one. It'll be fine. Get rid of the Versamark. Now comes the heat embossing. And the good old embossing caddy. Love it. I keep my embossing powders in these little containers. I find these are fantastic. Now, because I'm only doing the one, I may be able to, come on, just get it covered without spilling it all into the container there. And there we have it. Look at that. Now, do we have any flying around? Oh, it doesn't matter. We have to fussy cut this out. So that'll sit in there. I always leave mine sitting in there. Always put your lid on your embossing powders before you put the heat gun on. So I'll just warm up my heat gun. So, sorry for the noise. And you'll see this change shortly. I'll let you know when it's changing, and here it goes. And there it is, embossed. Now just be careful of that, that will still be hot. Ow, I hit my head as I'm putting that heating tool on the floor. Now, be careful because these are hot. Now, I still feel warmth in that. That is still there, still a bit of warmth in that. So I'm just going to chop this around. That's why I did the other two. Now, I'm not the perfect fussy cutter. Believe you me, I'm not. My borders are either fat, thin, or non-existent. As you can just about see there. Mine go here, there and everywhere. Now, you don't have to have a border around if you want to, if you're fussy cutting these. You can cut them right on that line. But I do like to have that little border. I don't know. It's me. As my kids will say to me, Mum, you're weird. I go, yeah, I know. So we've got to be one weird person in the world, isn't there? Well, we know we have plenty of them. Now, for those of you who do not know me, I have 2 children. My daughter Lauren is 24 and my son James is 22. I had to think then. Lauren is in, as I said, her final year of uni. And James works at one of the hardware stores here in our hometown of Colac. Now, this is a good thing about this little tray too. It stores all your stuff in there so you don't lose it. I keep everything there together. Okay, so let us get on to creating this card. Now, I'm using Poppy Peacock. I've got a pretty peacock on my brain tonight. I'm using Poppy Parade. It is a beautiful red. I love it. It's not a real bright red, yet it's not a real harsh, soft red either. It's just a beautiful colour. I'm using Poppy Parade. Hang on, I'm missing some bits. There's that one. Where's my paper? I'm missing the paper. Oh. I'm missing some papers. Oh no. Where have they gone? Just let me have a quick look. Otherwise, we will be cutting. I'm just having a quick look in case I've dropped them on the floor. No, looks like I am going to be cutting. Hold on 1 minute while I get some paper. I am so sorry about this. I have them cut out. And I can tell you now, I will get up here and I will find them straight away. I can tell you that now because I packed everything in little containers. Let me check this other container in case I accidentally picked it up. This is shocking. No, they're not there. Not there. No, that's there. There's me 3 there. I don't know what that piece of paper's for. Oh, don't you hate that? Anyway, we'll cut another piece. Anyway, this is Pretty Peacock. Now I am going to cut this like I would a normal card. I am really annoyed about that. Really am. Cut this in half. Now you see how I cut. Okay, so I want this. I don't even know what measurement I had them. Yes, I do. That's just throwing it all over that way. There's one piece. Well, that bit's not going to fit it. I'll find another piece. Hope I got another piece, because I've used this one so much. I'll take that bit with that flower there. We need to have a pretty flower there. Okay, so a little hiccupy there, but as I said, I'll find it as soon as we finish. I can feel it coming now. Okay, so as I was going to say, we use Pretty Peacock. And you know, I haven't even got the other piece. I wonder where I put them. Because the other piece isn't here. Oh, for heaven's sake. Where's that piece gone to? No? Oh. A bit annoyed about this. Here I was saying, I'm all prepared, got everything all cut out, all ready, and I lost the pieces of paper. Urgh, as the old saying goes. Urgh. Okay, so we'll cut another piece. Here I thought, yep, I'll be all finished so you ladies can go off and have your cup of tea, and let's just check this is the right measurement. Yep, perfect. You little pest, that was. So, now back to what we were doing. We got a piece of basic white, and I'll bring my thing back in again. You see that? Hope you can. Take that off. Piece of basic white and another piece of Designer Series paper. So we'll just attach those two there. Now, with our Pretty Peacock, I am going to put this wrong way around on an angle so that this corner is sort of touching the edge of the green designer paper, and the same with that one. It doesn't matter if it goes over a little bit, that's fine. So we'll pop that one on first. So So just put it on an angle and then just wheel that one in. Take it up a little bit. There we go. And now with the designer paper, we want to do the same. So pop that one like that. So that a little bit of the pretty peacock is poking through. Right, then we will attach this to the front of our card. And of course, now that I've lost, no, I just got glue all on me. Now that I've lost that, the basic white and the paper. Oh, what am I doing? I'm putting it on the inside. Oh well, we'll fold it over like that. There we go. Solved that problem. I'm having an awful night now, aren't I? Just flipped it over. So we've popped that on the front of our card. And as I was saying, now that I've lost that, the basic white, I don't have an insert now. That is a real, nuisance. So, okay, our sentiment is going to get popped up on dimensionals. And yes, I've started the new pack. I'm still searching for those papers. That really bugged me. It really has. So now we'll put that about there. Now we will bring back our flowers, or our poinsettias. And we'll put a dimensional on the back of all of these. So I'm sorry to have gone longer than what I had planned to, ladies. I hadn't planned to go this late. And now we just pop these on. I wanted you all to go away and have and enjoy a nice cup of tea, which I will be going to have one very soon. Now when you put these on, just ensure you're not covering your words up. And then we'll bring back our blooming pearls. And we will use the gold ones this time. Put one down there. Oh look, got a little bug. Go away. I didn't invite you. And another one. Just up there in the corner. And I was going to have a piece of white in here with this in the middle here. And I will do that. I will cut another piece. I won't keep you ladies any longer. I will cut another piece, unless I can find it right now, which I'm not seeing. So, as I said, I will cut it and I will put it in, and I'll post the picture of all these up tomorrow onto my Facebook page. So I hope you have enjoyed tonight, and I will try and get back into my next week. Now let me bring the other two cards in to show you. Get that out of the way. So there's that one. now first. Now also I will, when I can find it, this table is in such a mess. Can't find anything. Yes, I can. So here is my online store, my email, and my host code. Now, I'll leave that there for a little bit and you can take a screenshot of it if you like. Now, as I said, if you were after the measurements for these cards in the PDF, send me an email, and when I've written up the PDF, hopefully tomorrow, and I'll email them to you. So I hope you have all enjoyed tonight, and thank you so very much for hanging around with me for this long. As I said, I didn't mean to go this long, but thank you so very much, and I hope to see you all again next time. Have a wonderful evening and a wonderful rest of the week and a lovely weekend. All right, catch you all next time. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.